All right, we're about to get into one of the most powerful and honestly most unspoken forms of communication out there. It has nothing to do with what you say and everything to do with the energy you project. This is the science of presence.
You've felt this, right? I mean, someone walks into a room and they haven't even said hello, but the entire energy just shifts. There's this quiet confidence, this undeniable pull towards them. What is that, and how do they do it?
Well, it might feel like some kind of social magic, but the answer is actually grounded in hard science. We're going to look at how our brains are literally wired to connect with each other, and, more importantly, how you can start to consciously tap into that wiring.
So this whole phenomenon, it actually has a name that I think perfectly captures its power. Psychologists call it emotional gravity. And just understanding what it is, that's the first step.
Okay, so emotional gravity. Here's the big idea. Your internal state of calm can literally pull other people's nervous systems into sync with yours. It's wild. And the main tool you use to do it, it's all in a steady, centered gaze.
So how in the world does a simple look hold that much power? I mean, really? Well, the answer is hiding inside a very specific set of cells in our brain, cells that are totally responsible for how we connect with each other.
Everybody, meet your mirror neurons. These things are amazing. They're constantly, and I mean constantly, scanning the people around you and subconsciously mimicking their emotional states. You see someone smile, and a little part of your brain smiles too. You see someone who's super stressed out, your brain feels a little flicker of that stress. They are literally the biological foundation of empathy.
And this is a perfect example of how our mirror neurons react to different signals. A steady gaze, it just screams calm, safety, confidence. Our brain reads that and basically says, okay, cool, everything's fine here. But shifty, anxious eyes? Whoa, that sends a completely different message. Our mirror neurons pick up on that instantly, and they interpret it as stress or even as a sign that something is wrong or missing.
So by maintaining a calm, steady gaze, you're sending this incredibly powerful nonverbal signal. You're basically communicating directly with the most primal parts of other people's brains, telling them, hey, the environment is safe, you can relax. You, my friend, effectively become the anchor in the room.
But listen, this isn't just some physical trick you can learn. It's not about winning a staring contest. To create a genuinely steady gaze, that signal has to come from a really powerful internal belief system. And this is where the psychology comes in.
And that belief, it's called self-efficacy. This is that deep-down conviction that you are in control of your own ship, that your choices and your actions are what shape your world. It's the real foundation of true confidence. And it's not arrogance, not at all. It's just a quiet knowing. When you truly have that self-efficacy, your gaze just changes. It stops searching. It stops needing things from other people. It signals to everyone that you are already complete, that you're operating from a place of inner abundance, not from a place of lack. You aren't looking to get something from them. You are simply present with them.
Okay, so we've covered the what and the why. Now let's get to the most important part, how you actually build this emotional gravity for yourself. It all starts with a fundamental shift in your internal state.
The absolute core of this entire practice is one single powerful shift. It's about moving your source of validation from what other people think of you to what you know to be true about yourself. It's all about going from external to internal.
So in practice, what does this look like? It means catching yourself. When you feel your eyes scanning a room, looking for approval, that's when you consciously bring your focus back to your own breath. Remind yourself that you don't actually need anything from anyone in that moment. It's this practice, this grounding yourself in the belief that you are already whole, that physically calms your gaze. And here's the crazy paradox that happens when you make this shift. Because you're no longer desperately seeking validation from everyone, your calm, focused attention becomes, well, a scarce resource. It's not needy anymore, it's valuable. And because it's not given away freely to just anyone, people subconsciously start to work for it. They start seeking your approval, your calm attention.
This really is the central truth of emotional gravity. The less you chase the world for its approval, the more the world turns around and starts seeking yours. Your presence literally becomes magnetic.
So I'll just leave you with this one question. Think about your job, your relationships, your biggest goals. Now imagine walking into any of those situations with that quiet confidence we've been talking about. What could you truly achieve if your presence, your emotional gravity spoke volumes before you ever even said a single word?